welcome back to the second edition of Forward Recap. Sorry, it just caught my attention. I didn't do anything last week because it was Thanksgiving weekend, so I kind of took a break. This is the show where we talk about what has happened and what is to come. So let's jump into it. So let's start with Survivor Series because it was Sunday. Survivor Series was really good. In my opinion, one of the best pay-per-views that WWE has done in a long time. I have to put this out there because it's not on my top 10 matches of the week. The men's match would have been if you would have let Keith Lee pin Roman Reigns. I know that's shocking. I love Roman Reigns to death, but you missed a big market right there. You missed a huge opportunity to have NXT just dominate. I didn't watch the pre-show. Then we had Raw. Raw was one of the better Raws it's been in a long time. I think it did better than SmackDown. NXT and AEW, of course, fantastic shows. I would like to have this conversation 10, 20 years from now on those two shows to see how they're doing. Right now they're white hot. And then SmackDown felt a little bit flat this week. So, picking matches was kind of tough for two different reasons in different shows. Some being there weren't a lot to choose from, and some being there were like too many to choose from. So, before I get to my list, let's talk about what's going to go on ahead. We have The Fiend, Daniel Bryan, and The Miz. I'm digging that story. I have to touch on The Fiend's Universal Championship, his specific championship. I will be doing a WWE Top 8 Championships, the main championships, and I will be doing a custom list too. It's awful. It is godly, but I get it. It's The Fiend's face. I get it. We have the lantern with Bray's face. Now I get it. I don't understand the 6,000, was it 6.5 for the fucking price of the title? It's over $6,000. I could buy a used car for $6,000. Holy crap, WWE. I think this Seth Rollins new faction is going to work very well. I hear some people will say that it should have been Roman Reigns in that situation. No, it shouldn't be. I have my theory about Roman Reigns coming up on Monday, so I will discuss that. No real big feuds coming out of SmackDown. Sheamus is coming back. Let's put Sheamus and Cesaro back together. Let's get them back on the tag team title hunt. Let's see. AEW. I was right about MJF winning the ring. We had a Cody Rhodes come back and look really good, making him strong again. We know our next feud for Y2J. It is going to be John Moxley. So then NXT we still have Ciampa and Finn. Finn won, and then Finn kicked Adam Cole. That was pretty cool. So we'll have Finn and Adam Cole for the NXT title here soon. Johnny Gargano will come back eventually. It's exciting. So let's get in the top 10. Number 10, we have Nikki Cross versus Sonya Deville. SmackDown again felt a little flat. This one I enjoyed the match. Nikki Cross is going to be pushed. Should be pushed. Now she's being overlooked by Lacey Evans. You pushed Nikki Cross to be this beast, and you pushed her. I think it was just to fill time for Alexa Bliss, because Alexa Bliss came out and saved Nikki Cross. We have a face Alexa Bliss. But then you push Lacey Evans into the title picture. I'm confused about that. I think Nikki Cross should be in the title picture, not Lacey Evans. So maybe they're going somewhere with it. I doubt it. I think they're going to focus back on. I'm not sure. Maybe they'll focus back on the tag team titles. But Nikki Cross should get her WWE Women's Championship push. New Day versus Shinsuke Nakamura and Cesaro. This was a good match. I seeing this match advertised coming into this match, I was like, maybe. It surprised me. Of course, New Day get the win. I'm not really sure who their next big opponent will be. We'll see. That was number 9. Number 8 is Cody Rhodes. His squash match against Matt. He won by submission. This shows that Cody Rhodes is not. He didn't fall back because of the loss. He is right on track. He's hungry. He's gunning. I know he said he can't challenge for the AEW Championship anymore. We'll see how long that lasts. Number 7, we have Dakota Kai versus Candice LeRae. I am absolutely, I love the women's division in NXT. I think out of all the brands, all 4 brands, the women's division in NXT is the strongest division. Of course, Candice LeRae wins by disqualification because Dakota Kai, which is a fantastic name, by the way, hits her with the knee brace. I'm usually not good with finishes like that, but it makes sense. This makes sense. In this spot, it makes sense. Candice LeRae looked on fire. Of course, she's the significant other of Johnny Gargano. That also doesn't filter in. With WWE, you kind of got like, when they have couples like that, the WWE, the main roster, the audience kind of views one over the other one, and they kind of do that. They did it to poor Tyson Kidd. They called him Natalia's husband. Depending on where the area's at, some are Lana fans, some are Rusev fans. The whole world does that with Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch, but we all know Becky Lynch is the better competitor. Just saying. But with those two, it's not an issue. It's not a thing. So yeah, 7. 6, we have the Fatal 4-Way: Ricochet, Randy Orton, Rey Mysterio, Drew McIntyre. I love all 4 competitors in this match. They went well with each other. They gelled. Most of the time, I could pick out the winner. Like, I knew MJF was winning. But not this one. I didn't see Rey winning. Because the winner got a U.S. Championship match. So I kind of figured Ricochet and then he would lose. WWE likes to recycle things all the time. But with this having a Rey winning, now Ricochet and Randy Orton can do their feud. That's going to be exciting. I don't know what Drew McIntyre is going to do at this point. Maybe, I don't know. Then we have 5, Kevin Owens and Seth Rollins. There's only 2 on this that ended disqualification. I was excited for the match when Kevin Owens stunned Seth Rollins at the beginning of the show. Then we have AOP coming out and helping Seth. I like heel Seth better than I like face Seth. So, yes. 4, Kenny Omega versus Pac. Kenny Omega with the roll-up pin, or the surprise pin. Oh my. Those two have great chemistry together. Pac was highly underrated in WWE. And thank God. He wouldn't, if he wasn't, he'd probably still be Cruiserweight champion and wouldn't be where he's at. Hold on, I gotta get more water. Always gotta drink your water. Anyways, he wouldn't be at the level he's at now. So I'm excited to see both of these men have a great chemistry. I've watched them wrestle each other before. Kenny Omega is starting to look like Kenny Omega. So, yes. 3, we have the 3-way from Survivor Series. The United States champion AJ, the Intercontinental champion Shinsuke Nakamura. there was no need to change the Intercontinental Championship look. That look is my favorite look of all the Intercontinental Championships. They've done, what, 3 now? 3 different versions, not counting the color changes. That is my favorite. Some prefer the oval one. I prefer the older one. This one is probably the weakest of all 3. There was no need to change it. That stupid Universal title needs to be changed. It would have looked better if both championships were black, and then if you were on Raw, it just had a blue background, and if you're on SmackDown, it had a red one, just like the women's do. They're bland. There's nothing special about them, but they're not disgusting. Better not change. Have a red title on. Oh my god, they're going to, aren't they? Anyways, see, I lost my number 2 NXT match. Tommaso Ciampa versus Finn Balor. When I heard this match announced, Tommaso Ciampa was talking about how he was coming after Adam Cole, and Finn Balor kind of stepped in and said, "You have to go through me first." All excited. These two guys, man, Tommaso Ciampa is starting to be one of my favorite wrestlers. I have to like redo a top 8. So they had a good match. Finn Balor wins. We see Adam Cole come out, and Tommaso Ciampa's laying on the ground, and then Finn kicks Adam Cole. That was good. Coming at number 1, just because I am absolutely smitten. This better not ever leave me. Daniel Bryan versus The Fiend for the Universal Ugly title at Survivor Series, with The Fiend winning. Great match. We seen a fight in Daniel Bryan. The Yes Movement come back. The crowd was into it. It was the last, it wasn't the last match of the night, was it? It was towards the end of the card when most of the fans are tired and want to go home. But it brought them into it, and The Fiend just dominated and got the mandible claw and then the pin. Yes. That is my list. Thank you for... I'm gonna get my little toy. Yeah, you can hear it. God, it's the remote control for my phone, so I don't have to like reach up here and hit it. I just hit this, but the microphone catches it all the time, so it makes a click sound. Anyways, with that being said, much love. JD out.